You need to relax. That's exactly what I've had to tell my 5 subscribers when they've been relentlessly asking me for a net worth update. If you're an OG on this channel, you may have seen my October 2025 net worth update. And since then, I went radio silent and then I came back. But we're back now. And today I'm going to be going over my net worth as of late June. I think it's like the 23rd-ish, 24th, something like that. But so yeah, let's get into it. I have my numbers up from October, which is the last video of my net worth that I made, and we can get into it, see what's going on. Did it go up? Did it go down? Or what happened? So getting into it. So on this left-hand column in column B right here, you'll be able to see the October net worth update that we had in the last video. So getting into it, checking account, Q2, 20, or actually we're almost Q3. So end of Q2, I guess, for this month. So for this one, we got checking account. We're coming in at $2,854. I'd say that's about average of what I have in my account. I'm not a big fan of using a checking account and net worth update because I feel like, you know, most people's fluctuates throughout the month. So I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I'll throw it in just for fun. I had it in last time, so might as well. Savings. So savings took a little bit of a dump, which we'll get into later, but little disclaimer, I did get a different car and I have a car loan now. So don't burn me at the stake in the comments, please. But so let's put that in there. So I used some of this cash from last time. We went from 6,100 to 3,500. Now I think I put about 5,000 down. And I've been kind of replenishing this savings over the last few months. So still not where I want to be. Ultimately, for this savings, it's in my high yield savings account. I would like it to be eventually at 10,000. That would be my goal. But this is where we are for today. So Roth IRA. Last time it was 49,500. Flash forward 8 months later, we're coming in at $63,429, which is a pretty substantial increase. And the reason for that is, if you've been paying attention to the stock market, is it's been on a pretty crazy bull run the last few years, honestly. But, you know, so this is what caused that huge jump right there. And you might remember earlier in the year too, we had a pretty big pullback. So, but we recovered. So right now I'm sitting at 63,000 in my Roth IRA. For my 401k through my employer, last 8 months ago, we were at $21,000. This month, we're at $41,088. So same thing here, huge jump just because of how well the market has been performing. And I also had, my 401k went up a pretty substantial amount too, or a decent amount, because I had my bonus go into I had 10% of my bonus through my employer go into the Roth portion of my 401k. So I had that go in, then I had a percentage of my salary additionally put into my 401k as well. So, and for my 401k, I only do, right now I do 5%, which is my employer, just to get my employer match, and then I max out my Roth IRA. So just a little heads up on what's going on there. HSA, I do not have an HSA currently. I'm still on my parents' health insurance. I am enjoying the last month of being on my parents' health insurance. Next month, I'm saying welcome to the real world, and I'm getting booted off my parents' health insurance. So now I gotta get my own, which is fine. Obviously, my parents were very thankful for my parents for keeping me on till I was 26, but now I can actually get an HSA, which is also nice. So I am going to be getting a high deductible plan too next month so that I can get the HSA. going into the brokerage account. So for this one, last time we were at $778, and this time we are at $3,534, which is a pretty big increase in there as well. In that account, I do $200 a month, no matter what, rain or shine. $250 a month is going into this account, and just investing it in pretty, standard stuff. I think I'm in VOO, QQQM, and I think that's it, honestly. Pretty standard stuff, nothing crazy in there. And then, so last time I bought crypto shortly after that video, actually. I bought $300 worth of crypto. And if you ever want to know when to not buy crypto, do it when I do it. I buy crypto, and then literally a few days later, actually this might have been early this year, but was the largest crypto liquidation ever. And crypto just took a dump. It's been taking a dump the last few months. And so right now I'm at $140. So I lost the majority of my money that was invested in crypto. So kind of sucks, but I mean, it was just fun money. If $300 goes away, I mean, it kind of sucks, but whatever. Crypto is really highly volatile as well. So, can't complain too much. But so as you can see, the investments just took off the last 8 months. And this really shows you how powerful just, staying disciplined is, and putting money away where you can, because in 8 months, this account went up, $37,000 in my investments, which is crazy. But it took, this isn't even a ton of money compared to some of the other people you see on YouTube or Reddit or things like that. But, it just goes to show how being disciplined and staying focused of what you can achieve. So pretty cool to see this happening. Going into the next section, property and other assets. Property, big fat zero. I do not own any property. I'm currently in an apartment, so don't own any property. So big old zero ball right there. Car value, I'm not going to put this in. I'd say I'm just going to put that as zero. I didn't want to put it as anything until I pay off my vehicle. So I'm going to put that as zero for now. And then once it's paid off down the road, I'll update that as necessary. Other assets, I'm not going to put anything there. I don't really have anything. Some people put like jewelry and stuff like that. I don't really like doing that personally, and I don't really have any jewelry in general. So we'll put a zero right there. So total assets come out to, last time it was pretty much 80 grand. And this time my total assets are $114,000, which is crazy. So it's a pretty big increase just in the last 8 months, which is awesome. So now it's time to get into the scary part, debt and liabilities. So this part is the part that kind of killed me. So credit card, I don't carry a credit card balance, so I'm gonna keep that at zero. I pay it off every month for my credit cards that I have, so I'm gonna keep that at zero. I don't carry a balance, I pay it off every single month. Car loan. So here we go. If you remember the Camry from the last video, the Camry is no longer with us. It's gone. So instead, I got a different vehicle, and my loan right now is $28,205, and I pay about $600 a month. I have my payment beefed up a little bit because I want to pay it off quicker, and also any additional money, like if with bonuses or things like that, I'm going to put that towards this as well, because I just don't like having debt in general, so I want to get rid of this as fast as I can. Student loans, zero. I paid those off very quickly. I had about similar amount to this actually, I think about $28,000 in student loans, federal student loans, and I paid those off in about 7 months. If you're curious on that, I have a different video about that, talking about how I paid those off very quickly. Mortgage, zero. I don't have a mortgage, so nothing there. And then personal loan, I don't have any personal loans or anything like that. Or, oh, sorry. I don't have personal loan or anything like that. So I'm gonna put that at 0 as well. So my total liabilities are $28,205. So as you could see in this, we have a pretty good increase, especially considering that I was able to put a vehicle in this, purchasing a new vehicle, and I'm still up almost $6,600, which is crazy. So looking pretty good for this quarter. I'm liking what I'm seeing. The up a good amount. Got a new vehicle that kind of tanked it a little bit. Kind of sucks too, because that would be over $100,000 net worth, which would be pretty awesome if I didn't have this. But we'll get there hopefully in the next few months. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had. And in the next time, I'll go over this again next quarter at the end of quarter 3, and we'll do the same thing, compare and see what's going on. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.